We kind of cheated because as you were talking, we wrote the word conflict, realized we didn't follow instructions very well. So we got a mixture of words and pictures here. This one is like, I want it. So we had that as conflict. The enemy deceives. People back to back with a wall in between. No ears, but a very big mouth. We have here two people, kind of a wall, a shield perhaps, protection, fear. We got the devil talking in the ear. We got new ideas, because there is that really good side of conflict. Anger, withdrawal, hurt feelings, pain, tears, negative talk, fear, negative self-talk, anxiety, wanting to be right, please. This one's misunderstanding. Secrets, poor communication and beliefs. And look at this beautiful picture. Isn't that great? Like the sunshine is peeking there. We forget that sometimes. And there's a storm and there's rain, so some of it's scary and some of it looks a little lighter, like there's hope there. This one was hugely powerful for me. I didn't come up with it, of course. But people leave. And that was like really gripping, like, we got to get this right because people leave, people walk away. The music symbols have to do with differences and opinions. And wow, like do we actually have people walk away over music differences like that would break hearts? But it is things like that, right? What piece of the pie is mine? Money, fighting, things like that. This one here, me, you, no middle ground. I don't know if I got everything, but...
So what do you notice about all of these different things?
Your hand drop.
Yes, some of us are less artistic than others. I know I'm one of those people that always just write words because I can't even draw a stick, man. So. But one of the themes that kind of runs through everything is that conflict is always negative, right? We have all these different negative words like brokenness or walking away or fights or angry, different things like that. Conflict actually has a lot of positives to it, like you were talking about. There's a lot of different positives. So one of the things I want you to do this morning is think about conflict as an opportunity. Because out of conflict, we get stronger relationships. Out of conflict, we get creativity. Right? Out of conflict, we grow closer together as a community. So those are some of the things that I want you to think about as we kind of go through the rest of this morning. And a lot of the different things that you touched on actually in some of those drawings and those words comes around conflict styles. And we're going to take a quick second just to talk about conflict styles and why is that important, right? Why is it important that we know how we communicate in conflict? And why is it important that we're cognizant of the other person knowing kind of an idea of what their conflict style is so that we can best handle that situation. You'll probably notice once you kind of tally everything up that there's not, typically at least, there's a couple of different higher numbers that are on your sheet. For some people, I mean, they'll be highly, column A or something like that. But usually there'll be a couple higher numbers and then a couple lower numbers. One of the reasons for that with this particular instrument, you probably noticed as you're walking through it that how you would respond at home and how you would respond at church and how you would respond at work are probably three different things, right? So at home, for example, and it's highly situational. Right? So for the first one, for example, try to show the other person the logic and benefits of my position. I mean, if we're talking about at home and talking about me getting a motorcycle, then yeah, I'm going to be highly, try to be influential in that, which apparently doesn't always work. But. So you can be you can have different conflict styles. We're going to go through what each of those columns means, but just so that you know, you can be different conflict styles within the moment. So for someone like myself, for example, I have to kind of be a chameleon between all of those different conflict styles. So if I walk into a room where there's A bunch of suits, for example, I need to be a highly competitive person almost to a degree, right? If I walk into a church, I mean, that requires a different skill set or a different conflict style that way. Okay? So the way we're going to kind of measure these different conflict styles is we have right here is how important the issue is on this axis here. So the higher up that we are on there, the higher the issue is of importance to us. And on this bottom part here is how important the relationship is to us. So if you're further to the right, then the higher the relationship is. Okay? So how many people have a really high number for column A? Oh, well, one of your highest numbers.
Out of what?
A couple of people?
From up north. Yeah, but out of what? What's high? That's still high, but not compared to your
All right.
compared to the other numbers.
So you are a shark. Tell me what you know about sharks.
Aggressive.
They eat people. Yes. Anything else?
Aggressive.
Aggressive.
They circle.
They circle their prey. Yes, they play with them.
It's all well thought out.
So when's it a good time to be a shark? When's it a good time to be competitive? You're right.
Others said. How do you say it?
When you're asking your boss for a raise.
When you're asking your boss for a raise? Yeah. What else? What about within churches? When's it a good time to be a shark?
Salvation issue.
Salvation issue?
Reaching out.
Reaching out?
When you're going after money for your medicine.
Yeah. 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 Whenever there's something worth fighting for. Yeah.
Explaining Christ.
Whenever timing's of importance. Right? When's it a bad time to be a shark?
You have your own agenda?
When you have your own agenda, yes. Any other time it's bad to be a shark?
But it's gonna hurt people.
When it's going to hurt people. Yeah, when the relationship is important. Yeah. How about, what do I got next? Who has a high number, or one of their highest numbers for E? Column E. Well, A and E. Yeah, not surprised. So you're a turtle. You got a high.
I'm so glad I invited you to come.
So what do we know about turtles?
Slow.
They're slow. Yeah. Slow and steady. It wins the race, right?
Yeah.
Hard protective shell, that's right. Yeah. When things get rough, they quickly hide. When's it a good time to be a turtle?
There's sharks around.
Yeah, when there's sharks around? When else is it a good time to be a turtle?
When things are running on emotion.
Mm-hmm.
When there's danger, when it's abusive.
Danger, abusive, yeah. When you need time to think or think things over, right? When the issue is not of any importance to you, when it's not between you and the other person. When is it a bad time to be a turtle?
Decision has to be made.
A decision has to be made, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to make a decision if you're constantly avoiding it.
Or you're in leadership and that's up to you.
Yeah, yeah.